Well, hello everyone. Welcome to one more eDirectory webinar. My name is Emerson Travaglini and Gabriel Militambo from Marketing Department of Arca Solutions, developers of eDirectory. Thanks for joining us today. And we are going to talk about colors and fonts for successful websites. It's important to highlight that if you have any questions, you can pop up on the Q&A feature on Zoom. And depending on the topic, we will stop to answer, or we're going to answer at the end of the presentation. Okay, so that's it. Welcome, Gabriel. How are you today?
Hello, guys. Hello, welcome. Thank you for having us. So this is a quite excellent webinar. We are really eager to show everything that we prepare here for you guys. So just like Emerson said, if you have any doubts, just pop in the questions and we'll try to answer as things go along. Right, let's start.
Okay, perfect. So we are going to discuss the reactions that colors cause in people, which is called the color psychology, about colors and fonts in the web universe and the application of colors and fonts in your eDirectory, along other tips and tools. Let me just share my screen so you can follow my slides here. Just a moment. Okay, here we go. Typography, which is typography in your website, are the fonts you use, and it can make or break your projects. If the user is struggling to read, chances are this user will have a bad experience and will leave your site. So eDirectory's latest versions include Google fonts by default. There are more than 900 font families to select from. And with so many options, the recommendation is to find fonts that fit your brand, balancing legibility and readability. Google has the data of the most viewed font families of the past 12 months. And I can say that there are trillions of views recorded. And the most used fonts on the web are these: Roboto, OpenSense, Lato, Montserrat, Roboto Condensed, Oswald, Source Sans Pro, Noto Sans JP, Slabo 27px, and Railway. All these fonts are available in eDirectory. So if you want to use this, it's pretty easy to do. This is live. There is analytics from Google that shows the usage of these fonts. So we can say that these are the most used across the web. So, which means that they're the most common and probably the most successful fonts for end users. Okay, and now colors and fonts inside the directory. Before we talk about the colors and how to use it, and the importance and how to balance and create your color palettes, I'm going just to show quickly how to configure colors and fonts inside the directory and how it applies on the website. So we have 8 options that apply to different situations on the websites. So when you go to on your site manager dashboard, you go to design and then select colors and fonts. You see these 8 options of colors and 2 options for fonts. One for headings, and another one for paragraph, and an option for font size. So here you're going to select the type of fonts and select the size of them. Try to use a font between 14 and 18 pixels to ensure that most of the content are visible on the website and you don't have lines that breaks and make an odd situation. So keep the font size in a good way, in a good size, and we are good here. So we have here 8 options of colors, and those are brand color, displayed when selecting a color on the website and reflects on the widgets, icons, and text used on the website. Highlight color reflects on buttons, mouse focus effects, and some of the icons. Neutral color reflects on some of the titles, tooltips, and secondary titles. Yeah, as we can see here, the neutral color. The badge color will reflect on icons, stars, rating stars, I mean, and the sharing options. Link color, as the name says, it is the color used in text links, as you can see here, airlines and travel. Success color are for the success messages built in on the system. Attention color, the same thing. That's the color for error messages and pending items. And the warning color is for the delete and pay icons available on the system as well. And another thing is good to remember that it's always good to test the changes by checking the front of the site when you perform some changes here. So you can easily roll back if it's not that good at all. So now I'm going to pass the word to Gabriel so he can start talking about the psychology of color.
Okay, so color psychology is the science of how color affects human behavior, and it's a branch of the broader field of behavioral psychology. In practice, it is a science of how color affects human behavior and responses. So the psychology of color can influence how your customers respond to your marketing messages based on the color of your brand, call to action buttons, and links. Just a few key insights for everybody. A study published by the National Center of Biotechnology Information that consumers take just milliseconds to form their views on your website visual appeal. In addition, color is powerful enough to elevate and evoke moods. 85% of customers feel that color is the primary factor when choosing a product. So you can see in the slide here a bunch of brands and how they choose it and why they choose their colors. And when you look closely, you can kind of relate the words like optimism, friendly, excitement to the brand that you're looking at, right? So we have like cheerful brands like Coca-Cola and Kellogg's being red, it makes sense, right? We have like peaceful colors for like green for Tropicana and Animal Planet, and balanced and calm colors like gray, white, and black for like Apple and Honda and other brands like that. So it's a pretty diverse universe of brands and colors that we can work with, and every one of these colors, they can mean something to the spectator and the person receiving what message you're trying to convey. So why it is important and why is it used? With a few simple color tweaks, you can dramatically boost clicks, subscription, registrations, and purchases. Using appropriate color theory is a great way to boost your conversion rate and sell more, or boost whatever action you want to visitors to take. It doesn't matter what niche you're in, you can apply site. I'll hand over to Emerson.
Okay, thanks. And color preferences aren't always easy to establish. You'll find plenty of studies available, and naturally, many of them don't agree with one another. However, women and men do seem to have some obvious preferences, and age is another important factor too. To get things started, you should look at the types of colors that appeal to your target user or customer. You have this handy data in your Google Analytics demographic report, so you can check if your audience is mainly for men, for women, and the age. So you can have these strategic insights from Google Analytics reports. And according to a research published by Kissmetrics, which is a great company on marketing, digital marketing, blue is the favorite color of most men and over 1/3 of women. If your content appeals to both men and women, it's a good idea to stay with blue, green, or red. You could accent with neutral colors like black, white, and gray. If you have a specific age appeal, you need to be careful of the colors you use to represent your brand and drive conversions. Younger audience are drawn to high contrast colors with bright hues or darker tones. Primary colors of blue, yellow, and red tend to elicit a stronger reaction. And as we age, the spectrum shifts to lighter tones and more pastel colors, with pinks and teal drawing more attention. And based on that, you can now create your color palette. And Gabriel has some tools to share with you and some tips on how to create this palette. I'm going to stop sharing my screen right now, and Gabriel will share his so we can show more good things. You are on mute, Gabriel.
So, okay, I guess you can see my screen right now. We have our demo directory. This is the site that we use for demonstrations. This is the marketing directory website. So I'd like to illustrate for everybody how can we use color combination inside the directory properly. Well, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what color you choose. So you have to do your research, understand your public, your audience, and your niche. And actually, it's the combination of colors that usually are more important for your conversion rate than any one color in particular. So it's not just one color, but the combination of that color with another. Okay, so to use colors to their best ability, you need to be able to find a combination that adds value and encourages signups, sales, and conversions. How to do that? I usually go for this website. It's color.adobe.com. And you're gonna see this color wheel is what we call it. And here you can see different combinations of colors you can create. And the website gives you the hexadecimal numbers that are used in eDirectory or any kind of web application. You're gonna use these numbers. So what I would do here, I would choose analogous colors that go well together. It doesn't matter actually what kind of brand color you use. Always focus on the center here, on the center picker. And then the inner you go, the lighter the color gets, and the further you go, the darker it gets, okay? So edges means darker. So let's say my website, my directory, I wanna create another directory with a blue hue, let's say like this cyan hue, like this, okay? Something like this. If I want to go to the analogous colors, the combination will be pretty calm and relaxing, and everything will go well together. You can see this is the final palette that we get. So I want to say that this main color, and I will work with those for the accent colors and the highlight colors, okay? So I'm going to copy this color, this actually this code. I'm going to go to my site manager here. So you're going to click on the design tab right here, colors and fonts, and you're going to find all the colors that Emerson mentioned before. So for my brand color, I want it to be this new blue tone right here, okay? For the highlight color, I want to choose this purple right here. So what that means is that my buttons are going to differentiate. They will pop out with this color. And for a neutral color, I want to use a lighter blue like this. And for the other colors, I will keep as it is, just so we can see the difference. You're just going to click Save here. All right, let's see, how does it look? So this is our directory again. So this is my brand color right here, is this dark reddish wine color right here with highlight red color right here. Let's see. how it looks now. So yes, we change it to blue. The highlight color is this purple, light purple color. We didn't change like the link colors. We could do that. Definitely, we could do that. We also changed the text colors and the neutral color. Let's do changes. Let's say I want to find complementary colors. So these are kind of more, let's say, dangerous use because these colors are very contrasting. So you can see they get on the opposite sides of the color wheel. So we have to use it wisely because it's not that comfort as it is on analogous. So let's find a combination here. Let's say, okay, let's keep in the white. Oh, sorry, in the blue color right here. And let's say I want to use this right here. So I want to change my brand color for this light blue. Easy as that. The highlight color I want to pop out. I want to use this color. Actually, you can also change. You can see that you can select individual pickers and change it. Oh, I want it darker. Okay, so it would stand out more like this. Yeah, it's more like it. So I will get this one as a highlight color. The neutral color, I would pick this darker one, but again, you can choose it whatever way you want. I want it to be like a gray tone. And I want to change the neutral color for a more conservative one. Sorry. It was missing one number. And I just paste it here. That's it. For the link colors, I want to use this one, this brownish color right here. And that's it. So let's see how it looks. Oh, sorry, I missed the one number again. That's it. So let's see how it looks now. So it's pretty easy to change colors on your directory using this tool. And you can always come up with new color palettes and see how it looks like. Okay, so you completely change the face of the directory just by changing colors. You can search online for color palettes that are ready, that you think are harmonious, and use them in your directory, okay? So I guess that's pretty much it for the demonstration. I will stop my screen sharing. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Just another additional explanation. We have the primary colors and the complementary colors, which it creates the good combination that we mentioned at the beginning of the presentation. So it's not just a random choosing of colors. I like blue, I like this tone, I like that other. No, these tools. There's another tools, not just this Adobe one. We're going to share a lot of links on a blog post tomorrow, along with the recording of this webinar. And they are created to pick the right combination of colors for your project. So you can start benchmarking your competitor or a great website you like, or that your audience is used to. So you can start from this this benchmarking points. And just another thing here, as a final note, I'd like to talk about accessibility. If you're building a beautiful directory, make it beautiful for everybody. Any internet users, a lot of internet users are blind, color blind, or have some sort of disability. You can easily add to your site an accessibility tool like the one from userway.org, making your site compliant with ADA and other legal acts, specifically if you are in the US. This tool allows users to change contrast, font size and spacing, highlight links, use only the keyboard to navigate in your website, among other important features. We are not affiliates of userway.org, and there are many options out there. So let me just show you quickly how it looks on the website. We have this installed in our demo site. Just a moment. Let me show you how easy it is. You can easily put that on your website using Google Tag Manager. It's like a 2-minute process. That's how it looks. You can configure the widgets to be placed on the many areas of your pages, because you have the chat button, sometimes you have the WhatsApp or another messenger button, you may have the widgets on the left, so you can select where this widget is going to be placed. And then you can change some basic things on your website, like making your text bigger, change the spacing, change the cursor, and another changes you can do. So if you want to make your site accessible and ADA compliant, you can start with a free plan of this userway.org widgets. And if that's the case, you can go for a paid plan with plenty of resources, captioning, document captioning, works for the 508 section, and another types of acts, mainly for the US. I believe that's pretty much it we had for today. So we are now open to questions. In the meantime, let me just share our contacts in the chat box here. So if you have anything
so we're going to have this
add.
Recording posted tomorrow on our blog, and also with all the links that we mentioned, plus a lot more articles that you can dig through if you want to.
Yeah, we will also publish a link to a complete blog post about how colors can boost conversions, where and what to look for. And besides that, we are also preparing the next webinar with the hands-on part of doing these conversions using tools to analyze user behavior and some A/B testings for design. So stay tuned for our next webinars in a week or so. But okay, it looks like we don't have any questions. Let's wait.
Guess not.
A few more. Okay, I guess that's it then. So thanks again for joining us on this webinar, and stay tuned for the next one.
Thanks a lot, everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Evening. Bye-bye.